Got a blast.
What is going on, my people? How is everybody doing and how is everybody feeling? And today, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you all an incredible Jalen Johnson build. Y'all been asking for Jalen Johnson. He's been going off. Well, here you go. I gotcha. All right, so look, we're gonna start right off. I believe Jalen Johnson is the most improved player this year. Absolutely, he's been doing a phenomenal job. He's been cooking up, doing big things. All right, so now, driving layup of an 88, standing dunk of a 75, driving dunk of a 96 with a 97 close shot. So that's going to be amazing, all right? We're 6'8", we're power forward. You got to love it. 81 midi, 83-point shot. I think this is more than enough. I have an 83-point shot on a center I'll be clipping. And I have an 83-point shot on my Lonzo, and I'll be clipping. I don't have issues shooting, so I think that's more than enough. 81, more than enough. All right, now for the post control, solid post control at a 76, that's pretty good as well. Now on to the playmaking. So 79 pass accuracy, 78 ball handle, 74 speed with ball. That's dope. Can't go wrong with that. I like that a lot. For the defense, not really known as a defender, but you know, we get some decent defense here. Nothing too crazy. You get a 76 steal, which is it's cool, not bad. Then of course, you know, he's more of a defensive rebounder, so as you can see, not bad at all. All right, so this is solid. You know, he's not really known as a shot blocker either, but I'm sure he can improve. He's only 23, so he has a lot of time to improve. Now, 76 on the speed, 76 agility, 68 strength, 82 vertical. All right, so not bad. Not bad for this Jalen Johnson build. All right, so we're gonna go to the My Player Builder and create the one and only Jalen Johnson. All right, my people, so we in the My Player Builder. As you can see, Jalen Johnson, right hand jersey number 1. Let's do it. So power forward, 6'8", 219 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan, my people. All right, now this is the build, my people. This is the Jalen Johnson build that I was able to cook up with. This is honestly a little better than what we saw on the screen. You know what I mean? So we're going to go over this. So look, close shot of a 78, that's not bad. All right, does anything happen? Okay, so we have to have the 88 layup in order. That's an automatic. So the 78 just automatically goes there. 88 layup on a 6'8" to me is fantastic, because with the cap breakers, you could boost that up into the 90s and get like a 93 for that layup mix master, which we'll talk about later. 93 dunk. I know he had a 96, but here's the thing too, right? His dunk package requires a 94. All you need is one cap breaker. I don't think you really need 96 driving dunk, in my opinion. Just put one cap breaker to your driving dunk and you will be able to get his dunk package, right? If you don't believe me, I'm going to show you guys right now. All right, so let's go to it. I usually type in names, but let's just go to the signature dunks, right? So we're going to look for Johnson right now, and you're going to see that you're going to need his. So look at this, right? All you need is a 94 right here. So Jalen Johnson's dunk packages requires a 78 vert with a 94 driving dunk. One cap breaker to the driving dunk, which most people have at least one cap breaker, okay? Trust me. So you just gonna go one cap breaker to the driving dunk and you're good. You'll get his dunk package unlocked easily. No issues right there. All right, so now standing dunk of a 72. He had a 75, but to me, nothing really happens from what I know for 75, so I just went 72 standing dunk. 75 on the post control is absolutely great, because that's what he had, so we're going to honor that. Now, 81 on the mid-range shot with the 83-point shot, and then the 81 free throw. Okay, so we're going to talk about cap breakers afterwards when we go through. He had a 79, but you don't get anything unlocked for having a 79, so I think the sweet spot is 76, all right? You can be a point forward with this build. If you know how to use the 75 ball handle, you'll be perfectly fine. And you get silver badges right here, so that's pretty good. If you want to run point guard or, you know, point forward and see how this works for you, you can definitely do that with this build, all right? The ball handling at a 75, and then the 75 speed with ball. So this is like the go-to right here for most builds if you want to do a little something. Now, he didn't have much defense. We saw a lot of 60s. All right, so I just went to 65 interior. I went with the 71 perimeter just to get that challenger on bronze at least. So that's going to be good. He had a 76, but you don't get anything at 76. Once you hit 73, you get the silver interceptor. Then the only way that you could get silver gloves is going to 79. all right, which can also be a cat breaker. He didn't have the block, so I honored that. He didn't have block, so I didn't stress myself on the block. He was more of a defensive rebound from what we just seen, all right. We can get a couple offensive rebounds from time to time depending on the situation, but 85 is going to be solid. Silver rebound chaser, gold box out beast. That's dope. You can't go wrong with that. Now, in terms of the physicals, he had everything that was under 80, but I was able to at least get an 80 speed, and then I went 75 agility. The 67 strength is perfect because we get silver physical finisher and then we get silver strong handle. That is perfect to me, in my honest opinion. And then of course we get that 80 wide because we went gold posterizer. Max +2 would give us that Hall of Fame. So that's good. Like this build to me has potential. You just gotta work with the cap breakers and see how you can finesse it and make this build more dominant. All right. So now on to, obviously we're in December. I hope everybody at least has the custom take. But if you don't, these are some good ones to go with. So you see the 3&D is a good one. 87 mid-range shot, 85 3, 76 perimeter defense. That's a solid one. Can't go wrong with that, right? That's pretty good. Now look at this, right? The 94 layup, 98 driving dunk to me is dope, but I don't really care too much to have the layup takeover, you know. So I would probably go with Clinic. Will probably be my first one that I'll probably be using if I made this, because I like the sharpshooting badge. But if I wanted more dunking, then I could go with the posterizer one. That's another good one. This one is also good as well. This is probably one of the best ones, but I would probably take out close shot and then put layup, in my honest opinion. Glass gunner, I was hoping he got glass gunner. So glass gunner is another good one. 90 defensive rebound. All right, 87 mid-range, 85 three-pointer. But to me, skilled slasher is the one to probably go with, my people. Okay, so many other good ones. Trifecta is cool, but it's either I'm going with something with the sharp or the skilled slasher because I get the posterizer badge to go with it. All right, that's dope. Can't go wrong. Once you do that, my people, JALEN Johnson, #1 shades, mid-range slashing cleaner. That's incredible right there. I think that's fantastic. That's a perfect build for him. You know what I mean? Everything is looking good. Effortlessly outruns other bigs. Knockdown mid-range shooter. Clears defensive glass with ruthless authority. Lethal transition dunker, obviously, because he has his own dunk packages, so that's dope. Provides little shot blocking ability. Allows easy post move. So we can work on that. So let's go to the cat breaker screen. Let's do it. All right, my people. So we are in the cat breaker screen right here. So in terms of build specialization, I recommend shooting. All right, I'm just gonna let you know that now. I recommend shooting. So starting out, I'm not putting any more cat breakers, me personally, to my post control, standing dunk, or close shot. That's just me. If I was to grind this build, I don't care for any of that. I feel like I'm cool with what I see here with the 72 standing dunk, 75 post, and 78 close shot. Well, for the layup, you could go 93 as like I was saying. So 93 layup, imagine that. 93 layup and a 93 driving dunk on a 6'8 JALEN Johnson build would be nasty. I think that would be so much fun. Again, first cat breaker that I'm using is going to put towards my driving dunk. I'm going 94 because I want to get his dunk package. You don't need to go 96. I promise you, it doesn't really make sense to do that. And I think it's a waste because if you really want to go 96 to get Hall of Fame posterizer, you got to use 5 cat breakers on vert. I don't think it's worth it. Me personally, I think 93 is perfectly fine. 93 layup would be crazy. All right. Now, shooting. So to me, I would probably only just go 83 if I wanted to get limitless range on bronze. I think that would be dope. You know, this can go all the way up to an 86. I think that would be also something that you could definitely, you know, be good with. So the free throw is perfect where it's at. All right. Now, the pass accuracy. We can get our pass accuracy up to an 81. So that's pretty good. If you want more pass accuracy, maybe you want that playmaking takeover that you'll be able to, you know, help your teammates score better. This master is one of the best takeovers. The ball handle can go to an 80, so you'll unlock more dribble packages as well. That's a good one. Maybe 5 cat breakers here for 80. Then you could definitely be a point forward after that. On to the physical. So you can get you could get an 85 speed, which to me would be nice. 5 cat breakers here for 85 speed. I think that would be good, but you could definitely test it to see if it's really worth it. you could get your agility to 83. Maybe that might be a good move too. 83 agility and 80 speed might even be tough. All right. In terms of the strength, we can only go to 72. I don't know if that's going to be really worth it. You would have to test that out to see if that's something that you want to do. All right. So the 85 rebound, I think, is more than enough. The only thing that will happen is go to 88. If you want his exact rebound, like we saw on the roster, 3 cap breakers here would give you the 88, like exactly what he had. But maybe it would be a better investment to get some more offensive rebound. Okay, so you can have an 80 offensive rebound and an 85 defensive. You might want to do that. All right, that's a good thing. Here's the beautiful thing about this year on NBA 2K26. A lot of people talk so bad about this game, but the cap breakers this year is phenomenal. To start out with a 45 block, you know, you're already saying, dang, I can't block shots. But 5 cap breakers, you can get an 81 block, my people. To me, you might want to do that. You might want to put 5 cap breakers here to get an 81 block. Now, that weakness that we saw earlier goes out the window. 73 on the steal. I think that is more than enough to get the job done, in my honest opinion. But I can understand if you want more, because the highest that you could get your steal is 90. I recommend at least going 85 if you want that gold interceptor. This build has so much potential. So 10 cap breakers is all you would need to get these maxed out if you want to do that. But I think you'll be alright with a 73. I think maybe invest in block, and then to me, you can also invest in your perimeter defense. This goes to 84. You know, that might be a good one. Or maybe just going 74. I think maybe if you just go 74, you'll get those bronze badges. You put 1 cap breaker here and then maybe focus more on the steal. But I don't think it makes sense to use 5 cap breakers for 90 if you can't get the 91 gold glove. So maybe the best thing that I would say to do on this build is probably just use maybe, okay, so just go to 87. So maybe use 4 so you can get an 87 and then you'll get the gold interceptor. But you got options. This build is nice. I like this build a lot. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all thought about this build. Till next time, much love.